1.618 is a mysterious number that has fascinated artists, mathematicians, and architects for centuries. Known as the golden ratio, it's a mathematical concept that's deeply rooted in nature, art, and yes, filmmaking. Today, we'll uncover the golden ratio historical significance, its use in iconic works of art, and how cinematographers can harness it to create visually stunning compositions. When it comes to composition, we all know the rule of thirds, a widely used guideline in composition. It divides the frame equally, guiding where to place subjects and focal points. The golden ratio, which is approximately 1 to 1.618, was first identified by the ancient Greeks and is embedded in a Fibonacci sequence, where each number is the sum of the two previous. Now, I'm not a math guy, so I will not attempt to explain it any further. But this sequence forms the foundation of the golden ratio. When illustrating the golden ratio, we get the golden spiral and the pie grid. Now, they both visually represent the underlying principles of proportion and harmony, meaning these proportions are found everywhere in nature. Ancient Greek philosophers called it the divine proportion, believing that the golden ratio represented the perfect balance between order and chaos, beauty and truth. When we compose our images following the same ratio and placement, the result is a well-balanced image that viewers are naturally drawn to. By integrating this ratio into your shots, you're tapping into something universally resonant. In visual art, the golden ratio has been a guiding principle for centuries. Look closely at Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, and you'll notice the subtle alignment of her face and background elements to the golden spiral. In the painting of the Last Supper, the pie grid helps organize the space and draw attention to Jesus at the focal point. I especially like the spiral when composing images with many different objects or elements in a scene. It provides a guide to place elements at a distance and position from each other that viewers will find pleasing. Like all composition principles, this is something that eventually you do without really thinking about. It's not like I have a chart on set and I'm checking the placement of objects based on the golden spiral. But surprisingly, when laying the spiral on top of some of my images, they line up. And of course, the alignment is spot on most of my best shots. Now remember, the ratio is 1.618, which is different from the 16:9 ratio of 1.77 that we typically use. So the spiral will never perfectly line up. What we want to look for is the placement of elements or framing of our images to follow the direction and proportion of the spiral. The key is the position of the elements in relations to each other, as well as their size in the frame. It can be challenging, especially with moving elements or when moving the camera, so you need to plan your beginning and your end framing. In some of my shots, the placement is pretty good, but the ratio is off. Like in this shot, if I would have moved my subject a little further to the right, away from the basket, I would have had a better ratio that would have matched the spiral a little closer. Same with this shot, a little bit more space between the pile of wood and my subject would have given me a better ratio. From ancient art to modern cinema, the golden ratio continues to captivate and inspire. It's a reminder that even in the chaos of storytelling, there is beauty and balance. So the next time you pick up a camera, consider using the golden ratio as your guide. You might just find that your composition feels timeless. While viewers may not be able to identify why they love and respond to your images, and many factors plays into creating great footage, composition actually plays a big role. So you can be that guy who simply points his camera, or you can be intentional about where to place different elements in your shots and where you position your camera to compose an image that will trigger an emotional response from the viewers. The choice is yours. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to offer you my free camera setting cheat sheet. Just follow the link below to download my free cheat sheet. Thanks again, and happy filming.